What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back. This is the latest episode of the TTT Extra WWE 13 Universe / Story Mode, whatever I want to call it, don't know. Gonna start the episode with our WWE Champion CM Punk coming down to the ring, cutting a bit of a promo. He's pissed off about the lack of respect because he's the man who retired Chris Jericho, put Cena and Orton on the old injuries list, which explains their absence. He is the best in the world, but you sheep still decide to boo him, and some coward decides to stalk him and send cryptic messages. So it's all starting to get to him. He's pissed off. He's had the shit kicked out of him by Kane, disrespected by the fans. He's got some random mystery superstar stalking him, sending him messages. I've still not decided who that is, but I am waiting for the perfect moment to bring him back, to bring him out. So that could perhaps be something like SummerSlam. That's not too far away. That's the next major pay-per-view. And he's pissed off. Here we go. Whoever this guest GM bullshit is, whoever it is this week, I'm taking the night off. Piss off. Yeah, that's right, I'm going back to Chicago. He wants the night off. He's got the ump. And all of a sudden that music hits. The guest GM this week is the Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin 316. Probably the greatest superstar of all time. If you think about like the influence and impact a particular person's had, you've got to put Austin up there as one of the greatest. I know it's all opinion and all that kind of thing, but when you think about the fact that Austin turned around the Monday Night Wars, he was just crazy over with the fans. You know, from the moment he said Austin 316 said, "I'll just whooped your ass" against Jake Roberts at the King of the Ring, you know, Austin 316 become a thing. The whole "what" chant is still about, and some of his promos were the best ever, and he just had a massive impact back in the day of the Attitude Era. It's based around Stone Cold and DX basically, and I'm just glad to have him on the game. We've got the extra Stone Cold Steve Austin character. He comes down with a different entrance. He's got the t-shirt with the jeans and things like that. It's a different kind of Stone Cold character, but that's what we're going to use in today's GM episode, role, whatever. So he's telling CM Punk he better find himself a tag team partner because he's going to be against Team Hell No tonight. So later on in the episode you find out who Punk picks as his tag team partner, and that seems to be a bit of our ongoing feud at the minute. You know, Kane and CM Punk are getting amongst it. You know, last week Kane beat the shit out of CM Punk, chokeslammed him through a table and just left him laying in the middle of the ring. So we're tying up CM Punk and Kane here. Looking to move forward with a bit of a feud between the two, just for the Over the Limit pay-per-view. We'll have to see what happens later on in this episode, but the first match of this episode is Drew McIntyre versus somebody, I can't remember. Drew McIntyre is probably the top mid-carder on the Raw brand at the minute. He's been on every episode and he's got quite a good like win-loss record. He obviously lost at Extreme Rules, so that's the only loss that he's got to his name at the minute. But I quite like Drew McIntyre. I want to use him quite a bit going forward. There was someone in the comment section on the previous episode of Raw saying try and make the US title more prestigious, and I don't mean giving it to Heath Slater or Drew McIntyre. You know, I don't think it's a bad little feud, that. I don't think it was too shabby. I mean, yeah, taking it off Santino and putting it on Heath Slater wasn't the original plan. And I think the mid-card championships, such as the US title, should be used for mid-carders. There's not many mid-carders that would bring too much prestige to the championship. So I'm still deciding who Heath Slater's next opponent's going to be. I really can't think. I'm looking around on the roster. I can't decide. So on the next episode of Raw, we'll sort of pick like an opponent for Heath Slater. So Brodus Clay is Drew McIntyre's opponent in this game, and like I've said before, I quite like Brodus Clay. I like him as a character. At first when he come back as like the Funkasaurus, I thought, what the fuck. I remember being on Skype at the time and I said to Jake, you know, have you seen Brodus's new character? And it was like a little bit confusing at first, because the first we saw Brodus Clay, he was Alberto Del Rio's bodyguard, and you know, he used to beat the shit out of Edge and Christian on Del Rio's behalf and things like that. He was a monster. He used to just dominate everybody. Gets injured from having his fucking head split open at what pay-per-view was it? I know it was a ladder match. It might have been a TLC or Extreme Rules, but either way, Brodus Clay took a nasty bump and his head just burst open with blood. And that was a legit injury. He had so many staples in his head, so he was gone for quite a while. And when he came back, he's the Funkasaurus. He's dancing, he looks like a bit of a numpty, and all of a sudden he's just down with the kids and dancing. So it took a bit of getting used to be honest. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it, but here goes Drew McIntyre with the Future Shock. Brodus Clay rolls over like a big jelly donut. Bang, there you go. Gone. So Drew's going to go for the pin here. I wonder what the ref's going to count. Yeah, Drew McIntyre, we'll have to see what happens with him going forward. Maybe the trick with McIntyre is to move him on to SmackDown. You know, but I don't know when the draft is. I think it's after WrestleMania. The WWE draft is a long way away. But perhaps we can do some trades when we decide who our GMs are going to be. And try and get a bit of a Raw SmackDown Velocity rivalry going. So there might be some people jumping ship to the other shows. There might be some trades going on. So if you want to suggest some trades, you know, let us know in your comment section. You should by now know who's on what brand. So if you want to see an interesting trade or something, let us know. But pretty soon we're going to have the new show starting up, Velocity. I'm going to start it up after the Over the Limit pay-per-view. And we'll have a third show. So there'll be 3 weekly episodes of this series. Because obviously you've got your Raw, your SmackDown, and now WWE Velocity. Which, like I said, is a mixture of TNA, Ring of Honor, NXT, and a few independent wrestlers, which I'm quite fond of. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming your way. There's going to be a lot of new superstars, some new championships as well. I might even whack in some new pay-per-views, you know, just start creating some pay-per-views, because you can only put 2 brands on a particular pay-per-view. So I'm going to have to make a third pay-per-view and have that on top of the monthly pay-per-views. I'm not too sure how to go about that. But I might just edit the card and put the matches in there anyway. So Drew McIntyre picks up another win, going strong, beating Brodus Clay. And I think that's the right result, really. I don't think Brodus Clay's got a lot of potential in this series. He's going to be one of our jobbers. Every show has to have some jobbers. So here we go. Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler bursting into Stone Cold Steve Austin's GM office. And what have they got to say? I'm going to be blunt here. You're looking at the best tag team in WWE. Dolph and I are demanding a title shot, and we want it now. What? Title shot? Hell no. Stone Cold ain't going to give him a title shot, but he is going to give him a match. You 2 sons of bitches deserve shit. But you will be in a match tonight. And that's the bottom line. Oh, I thought I'd put some more text in there. Yeah, he's given Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger a match. It's not a tag team match though, it's a match against each other. There was a suggestion of a few episodes back saying split up Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Dolph Ziggler's had a few singles matches on the past couple of episodes, and this looks like it's going to be the beginning of a tag team breakup, because they've been put in a single competition. Obviously whoever loses is going to have the ump, so we've got a bit of a feud going here. And it's going to be the beginning of a tag team breakup, Jack Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler. Now the thing that I liked about this match in particular is, I don't know if it's going to come through in the video because I don't know what parts I've chopped out, but the commentators, King and Cole, they're going, oh, these 2 are friends, you know, could this be the end of their tag team? And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. So if you put a tag team against each other, the commentary picks it up and talks about the tag team splitting up and everything. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Jack Swagger returned recently. I've not watched it. Mind you, it's going to be a while before this video gets uploaded, so it's well old news by now, kind of. But yeah, he returned on SmackDown. He's been placed in the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship alongside fucking Great Khali, who I cannot stand. That kind of sucks, man. I don't really want to see Jack Swagger being chucked straight into a championship feud. Well, it's not even a feud, is he? He's just an extra body in the chamber match. You know, I don't want to see him chucked straight into there, because he ain't going to win. You know, he's off to a really bad start when he returns. And don't get me started on the Great Khali. The guy's a fucking idiot. Can't wrestle, can't walk, can't talk. Looks like a fucking blister that he just popped off your face. You know, he's all mouldy and he's just unhuman. Fucking annoying. I can't believe they've done that. They do it every year with the Great Khali. Why is he always in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chambers? Why? Why the fuck? Hopefully they just pin him quickly and eliminate him. Hopefully he's the first to go. But as you can see, this is quite a back and forth kind of match, really. Jack Swagger doing a collegiate style takedown there against the All-American collegiate NCAA champion. And he's also busted him open. Drop kick to the face. Ouch. And there's the old famouser from the top rope. Good stuff. And then he decides to go for a belly to back suplex. There we go. Here's the wake up taunt. Dolph Ziggler closing in on a win, and he's going to go for the sleeper hold. He's going to try and make his tag team partner, who is a submission specialist, he's going to try and make him tap out, because Jack Swagger is the submission specialist. His special move is the ankle lock, so he's going to make Jack Swagger tap out. There you go. Tap, tap, tap. Go to sleep, bitch. So Jack Swagger's picked up a defeat against his tag team partner. And like I say, this is the beginning of the end for whatever this tag team are called. Zig Swag? That's awful, isn't it? Zig Swag. That's really bad, but yeah. So in the next episode of Raw, we'll move on with that. And we'll try and make some exciting stuff happen. So here's CM Punk trying to recruit himself a tag team partner, and he's randomly bumped into SmackDown's Mark Henry. And he wants to tag up with him. And he says, as WWE Champion, I can get you a title shot. You know, that's his way of doing something for Mark Henry. So he says, I'll think about it. Again, Sheamus, that is. So CM Punk's trying to sort of say to him that, as champion, I'm sure I can get you a title shot if you team up with me tonight. And Mark Henry agrees. You know, will CM Punk follow through on that promise? Probably not. You know what he's like, sly little fucker. And here is Alberto Del Rio. He's here for the Alberto Del Rio Open Challenge. He's going to make his way down to the ring, and his opponent's going to come down. This is going to be a weekly feature in this series. You know, Alberto Del Rio does come back off injury, and this is going to be a good way to build him up. There was a comment in the previous episode saying getting some tougher opponents, because last week he faced Zack Ryder. And, you know, it gets Zack Ryder on TV. I like Zack Ryder as a character on the game, so I just thought, include him in the episode. Zack Ryder will be his first opponent. This week's opponent is a little bit tougher, and these two do have a bit of history. Two Mexican-American wrestlers. It's Rey Mysterio, Mr. 619, the almighty midget, the high-flying dwarf. Rey Mysterio. There he goes, man. Didn't he look massive at the Royal Rumble when he come down? I don't mean massive as in muscly, I mean fat. He's put on a lot of weight. I did kind of like hint at that in a previous episode when I said I was gained a lot of weight, that's why he's wearing a t-shirt. But he's not wearing a t-shirt now, he's wearing like a singlet vest. And he just looks so old and so fat. It's quite a shame to see him like that, because I've been watching a lot of SmackDown episodes from 2004. I've got the entire year's worth of SmackDown from 2004, and that's when Rey Mysterio was kind of, was it 03 or 04? Might have been it was 04. And he was kind of like competing as a cruiserweight, and he was so slim, so quick, so agile. And then I watch the Raws of today, the pay-per-views from today, and he just looks so slow. It's such a shame. And there goes a Dragon Rama, I think. A Hurricane Rana reverse. Dragon Rama, I think it's called. And there goes Del Rio's mental kick. That is such a sick move. When he done it to the Big Show at the Royal Rumble, I was disappointed because it didn't make that sound, and it just looked a bit shocking. And here goes Del Rio breaking in with a cross-arm breaker. Obviously, we're going to need him to win by submission in every match, and trust my phone to be ringing when I'm doing something, man. No, you have to wait on recording. Yeah, so Del Rio picks up another win, second straight win. Next episode, he'll be facing someone else. Feel free to suggest which opponent, as long as it ain't Cena or Orton, because they're on the injured list currently, and I'm in the middle brainstorming ideas on how to bring them back. So yeah, any kind of mid-carder, upper mid-carder, bear in mind it has to be a babyface, because Alberto Del Rio is obviously a heel. So feel free to suggest that in the comment section. And here we go, main event. CM Punk has chosen Mark Henry as his tag team partner, and he's going to be taking on Team Hell No. It should be quite interesting. CM Punk, boom, best in the world. No, I think that's quite a true gimmick for him, best in the world. I think he actually is. When you compare him, not like, when you think about this, like, he's the best talker, he's got the best following, because it's always like the smart fans or the internet nerds that like him. You know, he is the best in the world. And Mark Henry's getting battered by Kane and Daniel Bryan. Yeah, man. Steel chair to the back, couple of kicks to the head. Henry looks like he's in pain. He's going to chuck the steel chair to Daniel Bryan. And a boosh. Mark Henry's just been fucked up. So where does that leave CM Punk? Where does that leave this match? Kane and Daniel Bryan just been little terrorists at the minute. A real pain in the arse for CM Punk. And on comes Stone Cold Steve Austin on a Titletron Titantron, sorry. Hey Punk, you stupid son of a bitch. Looks like your tag match is now a handicap match. Gutted. So it's now 2-on-1. Hell No versus CM Punk. Daniel Bryan with the brass knuckles. A boosh. Knocks him out. Not a good start to the match for CM Punk. And as you can see, Kane and Bryan beating the shit out of CM Punk in the corner. Kicking the shit out of him some more. Kane's ordered Daniel Bryan to go outside and grab a steel chair. So in comes another steel chair. It is a bad night for CM Punk. It's been a bad couple of weeks for CM Punk actually. He's had his arse handed to him pretty much constantly. And there's Kane, signalling that he wants the gold. Not too sure about that. But here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. So Kane and Bryan have left. It's just CM Punk in the ring. A bit confused, a bit beaten up. So Austin decides to drive down in his little ATV. Is it an ATV? What are them things called? Might be it. Yeah, all-terrain vehicle, isn't it? Yeah. And lays him out with a stunner. A boosh. And that will do for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, please hit that thumbs up button for us. I do appreciate any sort of ratings or comments in the old comment section. Feel free to suggest a US title contender or Del Rio's next opponent or any stipulations going forward for any of the matches. Not many matches have been confirmed for the next pay-per-view yet. On the SmackDown side of things, we got Sheamus and the Ryback. Then you've also got The Miz versus Gabriel. We've not confirmed anything here, but as you can see, it is kind of building up to a CM Punk versus Kane title match. It's not been confirmed. Kane just says, I want your title, and Austin gave him the stunner. So we need to confirm that match on the next episode of Raw. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Take it easy. See you in a bit.